Well, the main difference is, or was, or still is, that we used to have, still have, a special status towards ETA. So we can buy the raw material, the raw movement, and we can develop. And that is the main thing. I think we are still one of the very few companies in Switzerland with their own movements or own modifications of the movements. So we don't have all the same movements as other companies have.
Yeah,
that is our main strength.
That was very special, right?
Yeah, that is what makes it special. And then, of course, the designs. We always try to find a way between a classical design and the modern design. Mechanical, classical, modern is always difficult, because with the mechanical watches or with automatic, you cannot make two modern watches. You got to have a certain classic, like in China or in Asia, in India also. Is the market is very changing. It's changing in the sense that every year so many people used to be poor and become now consumer. And that is a market, of course, for young people. And that is, I think, the biggest potential for our watches. Taiwan was actually the first market where we started in 1986, I think, because Taiwan always used to be a mechanical market, always, yeah. And that's where we actually started, and the interest was very big in Taiwan from the beginning, because they appreciate not only very well-known brands, but they appreciate the product also. Limited editions, yes, that is it's one thing we are always worked on. We made several limited editions for Taiwan also, and for Hong Kong and Singapore, and I think also in the future we will make limited editions. But we have to get the feedback from the country, from Taiwan, what they require. Well, of course, that depends on the consumer. I would say, as you see in our collection, we have a beautiful range of classical automatic stainless steel watches with sapphire crystal. But it depends, of course, on your how much you want to spend. And but as a start, I would say a nice mechanical or automatic watch would be the best thing. For the woman, of course, traditionally, the women are less mechanical minded, less technical minded than the men, and therefore I think for a woman I would suggest to buy a nice automatic watch with either leather band, classical, automatic, not hand wind. Because we found during these years they don't want to wind up watches.
I think Epos is one of the brands which has the most experience in mechanical watches. That's why also Epos, even though a small family company, still can do own constructions of complications. If you look at other brands, most of them, they buy the constructions, they don't do them themselves, or they are very big brands who do themselves. In our price range, mainly we are the only one who does construct publications ourselves, and that is, I think, the difference between an Epos and other brands. Well, if we develop a complication, it might take between 1 to 2 years until it functions, because of course it's a lot of work behind. Watchmaking is a very small part, and until these small parts function, it takes quite a long time. And in 2008 we had two tasks. One, reinforce the sporty watches with special looks. On the other hand, not forget the classical watches, which is our normal daily business, so that our emotion line, which is the classical models, we have renewed, regenerated and updated the designs. On the other hand, we have expanded the sports collection, the masculine sports collection with skeleton, half skeleton movement and so on. Well, that depends on the buyer. If he is a watch lover, watch passionate, watch collector, I would say that he should rather buy one of the complications which we do. If he is a young, sporty guy, I think he would more go for the sporty watches. And I think the aim of our is to develop the sporty sections to get more and more younger, attract more and more younger generations. In general, in the mechanical watches, the female percentage is not very big, because normally I think ladies, they prefer to have the aesthetical part of the watch and not really the technical part. But on the other hand, you have always the demand of pair watches, so that's why we have developed some of the ladies' watches with the gents to have pair watches. This is, of course, when people get married or things like that, so that they have a pair watch for as a gift. Including Taiwan, and I mean, we are in more or less in all Asia. We are in America, we are in Mexico, we are in some parts of Europe, which we have developing more and more, and some parts of Middle East.